Hi there, I'm Josh. Welcome to Air Conditioner Lab, where we review a wide range of home appliances and HVAC products to help you find the right fit for your needs. In this video, I'll be sharing my top 5 dehumidifiers for mold. Mold thrives in humid conditions, and while a dehumidifier won't remove visible mold, they're one of the greatest tools you can have to prevent it from coming back by keeping your humidity levels in check. These machines are built to pull a lot of moisture from the air fast, so if you're in the thick of mold remediation, there is a model here for you. One thing to note before I begin is that dehumidifiers are measured in ppd, or pints per day. This is the maximum amount of moisture that the unit is capable of removing from the air within a 24-hour period. Unlike my countdown videos, in this one I'm aiming to show a variety of different products, from room dehumidifiers to industrial level devices, so stay tuned to see which will be right for your situation. All product models and links are listed in the description below. Let's jump into my top 5 dehumidifiers for preventing mold. First up, and honestly, if I had to pick just one dehumidifier for most homeowners battling mold, it'll be the Labs HME10004. This little guy pulls 50 pints of moisture a day, which I'd say is the absolute minimum if you're dealing with the damp, humid conditions where mold really thrives. Even though it's the smallest unit in my lineup, this Labs dehumidifier still has plenty of power for most basements, living rooms, and other mold-prone spaces. What I like about this model is how well it fits into daily life. It's Energy Star rated, efficient, and doesn't stick out too much when parked in your living room. Plus, Labs includes a built-in pump, Wi-Fi controls, and an app, meaning you can set it up with a drain hose and basically stop thinking about it until it's time for basic maintenance. In my opinion, that's exactly what you want for mold prevention, to set it and forget it. Now, Labs claims this thing can handle 7,000 square feet, which, yeah, take that with a grain of salt. It's powerful, but it's not going to dehumidify your whole neighborhood with only 50 pints capacity per day. Now, for around $330, you're getting a rare combo of performance, features, and ease of use, which is why it's my top pick for most homeowners trying to get ahead of mold. Next up, if you're looking for name brand reliability and a dehumidifier that won't drive you crazy with noise, the Frigidaire 60 pint is a solid pick. This one can pull 60 pints of moisture a day, giving it just a little more power than the Labs model I started with. What really impressed me though is how quiet this Frigidaire model runs. At around 53 decibels, it's about the same as a tabletop fan or portable AC, so it's easy to run all day without it becoming a nuisance. And that's important because mold prevention is all about consistency. For drainage, the Frigidaire 60 pint model is set up for continuous gravity draining, which is perfect for long-term use, but there's no built-in pump here. You'll need to park it somewhere water can flow out naturally and grab your own drain hose separately because it's not included. That's not a huge deal, but worth knowing ahead of time. And it's also worth pointing out that this Frigidaire can handle temperatures as low as 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a feature I usually only see on commercial units. I actually installed this exact model in a basement right after a mold remediation project, and months later, that space is still dry, comfortable, and sitting at a steady 45% humidity. So if you're okay with a DIY drain hose setup, this Frigidaire dehumidifier is a quiet, dependable option for medium to large spaces, and a great way to keep mold from sneaking back in. Now, if you've seen my video on dehumidifiers for flood damage, then you already know I'm a big fan of the AlorAir brand. And their Storm LGR Extreme is the heavy hitter of my lineup here, the one I reach for when mold remediation is serious business. This beast can pull 180 pints of water a day, making it the most powerful option I recommend here. If you're dealing with a flooded basement, storm damage, or any space that's already at high risk for mold, this is the machine you want on your side. Unlike the home models I've talked about, this one skips the water tank entirely. The Storm LGR Extreme is built strictly for continuous drainage with a built-in pump, and it even comes with a 20-foot drain hose and 20-foot power cord, giving you tons of flexibility for setup. Once it's running, you don't have to babysit it. It's even perfect for crawl spaces or damp basements you don't want to check on constantly. I keep one of these on my truck, and I've watched it bring moisture under control in situations where I would have needed 6 standard dehumidifiers running at once. Yes, it's pricier than your typical home unit, but you're paying for industrial strength, reliability, and even Wi-Fi monitoring, so you can check humidity levels remotely instead of hanging out in a damp basement. For most homeowners, this level of power will be overkill, but if you're dealing with flood recovery or want a permanent crawl space solution, the Storm LGR Extreme is worth every penny. Next up is an option for those who live somewhere that feels like a steam room half the year, and who just want their entire home to feel dry and comfortable. That's where a whole house dehumidifier comes in, and my top pick here is the AprilAire E070. This is the unit I've trusted for years in both homes and light commercial installs, especially in those ultra-humid climates like Florida or the Gulf Coast. Instead of sitting in one room like the Home Labs model, this can be ducted straight into your HVAC system to control moisture across your whole house. The bonus here is that the dehumidifier does some of the heavy lifting of moisture removal for your central AC system. This translates to an AC that runs more efficiently, saves energy, and reduces wear and tear. This AprilAire model is rated for 70 pints per day and up to 2,200 square feet, which is plenty for most mid-sized homes. And with a 20-foot drain line included, this thing runs continuously with gravity drainage. No buckets, no moving it around, just set it and let it do its job. One of the biggest selling points for me is longevity. I've seen AprilAire units last 10 to 15 years, which is incredible compared to most portable dehumidifiers. Of course, it's an investment for your home. You're looking at about $1,700 up front, and I highly recommend hiring a contractor to set it up. But if you're serious about long-term mold prevention and want to forget about portable units altogether, this is the way to go. All right, I've talked about premium picks, commercial workhorses, and even a whole home solution. But what if you just need something high capacity and budget friendly to keep mold in check? That's where the Waykar YDZ80 comes in. It's rated for 80 pints a day and claims to cover up to 5,000 square feet, which sounds amazing, but let's be real, this is really going to do its best work in the room you put it in. And honestly, that's totally fine for most people. I've actually had this Waykar 80 pint running in my garage during a particularly muggy summer, and it impressed me with how quickly it dried things out. The big selling point here is value. You can often find this Waykar dehumidifier on sale for under $250 pretty consistently, which makes it one of the most affordable high-capacity options on the market. Of course, part of the reason it's so affordable is the stripped-down feature set. There is no Wi-Fi app, no built-in pump, just simple controls and gravity drainage to get the job done. And honestly, for many homeowners, that's a plus. It's straightforward, Energy Star rated, and easy to live with. The one drawback is the tiny water tank. At just 8.4 pints, it's way too small for a machine that can pull 80 pints a day. My advice is to skip the tank entirely and set it up with a drain hose. The included hose is only about 3.3 feet long, so if you need more reach, grab a standard replacement hose online or at a hardware store. For the price, the Waykar 80 pint dehumidifier is tough to beat. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Frigidaire or Home Labs, but if you're on a budget and need a no-frills workhorse to help stop mold in its tracks, this is a great pick. And there you have it. 5 powerful dehumidifiers that bring down moisture levels fast, making it impossible for mold to thrive. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like it and subscribe to this channel. Also, check out the information in the description box below. This includes all product links plus our most up-to-date article on airconditionerlab.com. See you next time.